guys had a good Christmas with your family. It was sweating yesterday. I don't think it's gonna be as hot today, but it's supposed to be like mid 60s. I think it's like upper 50s, lower 60s right now. And try to get some things done today. What do you think, ladies? I'd say we don't care what you get done. We would just like breakfast. What do you think, Daisy? Your ears today, girl. Are you listening? Are you listening? Yeah, your ears are like doggo ears. Okay, definitely not warm enough. I have to go get a sweatshirt. I am gonna put nets back up today, and so I've tried to dress lightly so that I can like shed layers, but I do think I'm gonna want my hoodie until I warm all the way up because it's a little breezy. I guess I could also shut the door and not so much. Yes, ma'am. Did you guys have a good Christmas? You learned to take your collar off again. Girl. All right, girlfriends, let's have some breakfast. They absolutely killed that sub tub in a week that I put out for them. So I think that's probably because they have been limited where they've been grazing, just not as much to eat. So we're gonna put them back on just loose mineral for now because I'm not buying them a sub tub every week. They don't really need it, and I think it's just the sugar and it's something to do. I have got to start feeding hay a little bit more. So I was really only feeding it when it was cold. But if I can get these nets up today, I think we'll do a little bit better. The boys are not like hammering their hay, but they're also not pregnant. You guys a little wild this morning? Are ya? Let's have some breakfast. Breakfast for goats. Well, good morning. Did Mom accidentally swap the food out the other night? I did, didn't I? You guys got sweet feed and the goats got your pig food. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Big Wiggles. I also really need to get them back out here just so they have some place to kind of wander around. They have worn the grass. So what they will do is just walking around will wear out the grass. And I don't need giant bald spots in their pen, and I also don't need them turning over the pasture. I've been feeding them really well, so they have not started rooting, which is good, but they need to be out here. Started feeding them a little bit of alfalfa pellets at night. They are eating them. They're not real happy about it, but it is an extra supplement for them. A lot of people feed their cooney pigs alfalfa hay. We've tried that. They just really don't eat the hay. They just steal it and put it in their house. I would love for that to work. Lots of pig people do that. It seems to work out for them fine. It just has not worked for me. So I had to move this right here to keep Tink out of the backyard. And Pepper. Also another reason to get them back on the nets. They also, I think, eat more of the sub tub because they're up here all day. They've also eaten more hay. And I think a lot of that's just boredom. And I think if I can get them out there, they'll have to walk further, have something to do. They're also drinking like all this water every single day. I come out here and there is no water by the end of the day or the next morning. So either I fill it up all 4 buckets at night, or I'm filling up all 4 buckets the next morning. So I've got the nets. There's 1 net here, but the other 4 stacked there. I've never put up all 5 nets before. The most I've ever done by myself was 2. So I am interested for you guys to see me do that today and how much time it takes, how worn out I am. I rolled mine up, probably not in the best way because I was in a hurry. So I'm gonna have to bend down to unroll them, which I'm not really excited about. The water took probably 4 or 5 days to drain completely, but I think we're ready to go back out. All these goats are cracking me up. Also, Griff has come to help me put up the fence. We had a bit of a snuggle, didn't we, Griff? He's on an electric fence, so he can't come over here, but I did go over there to visit him because he's a good pupper. They know it's steps, and they have been standing down here yelling at me as I'm putting the nets out. So I'm gonna build from this direction, and the only reason that is because I have to end with this one or start with it because it doesn't have a clip on the end. And I had a little bungee cable, and I bet that it's gotten dropped somewhere. So I'm gonna have to tie it to the post. Totally fine. They are ready to come out here and excited. Hopefully we're gonna get all this up for this morning. And then the Ozark Go people just pulled in. Very sweet people. If you live in this area and you don't have Ozark Go, they're just the best customer service. And there's a famous Razorback that lives behind us, like older gentleman. And he's the whole reason we have power poles through our property, so he can get power. And they're installing his fiber today, and they're really cute. They're like, is it okay if we come through here? We saw that you were home, and we can't get over there. And I was like, it's fine. They're also driving through my neighbor's yard, which I don't think they'll care. But it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna put up this net. So they're gonna see me vlog and talk to my goats because, you know, they probably don't care. They just wanna get their work done. So I have a feeling we're gonna be stared at, and the reason I'm running it this direction is because this side of the creek is shorter, so there's more erosion here at this big curve, and so I'll go to a point where they can drive through, and then I'll cut my fence back over, not just for them to drive, but for me. And so I just dropped the nets at the points where I think I'm gonna need them with the truck instead of carrying them, and what I'll do is probably get like this net, and then I'll just move the truck with me as I go, and that'll kind of also give me an idea of how much room I need to leave on the creek bed for utility workers or us or any of our neighbors to drive through, just in case they need to. Okay, so I started laying out the nets one way and then got about halfway through and realized I needed to start from the far corner. So I've made it here, which is a little bit further like down. I explain. They're set up slightly differently because I had to leave a pretty wide path back here this time, and I probably overdid it, but they have a really big truck. I don't want them to get stuck. I don't have to come out here and take them down. And what I'm gonna do is if we end up with excess net, I'm just gonna run it past the gate and let them have a little bit of that side yard instead of worrying about trying to incorporate more out here. This would probably be better. Number one, it gives everybody on the creek access to go back and forth just in case somebody needs to. And there's lots of grass in that side yard. I even debated cutting running all the side yard and kind of running from the center over, but they really love to sleep out in those trees. So that's what I'm doing. It's taking me about 12 minutes per net to put up, if that gives you perspective. So we did end up with like a little bit past the gate, not a lot. It is 10:45, so it took me about an hour 15 to get 5 nets run by myself, unrolled, laid out, and put in the ground. And guys, that's not bad at all. If Jeremy had been out here, it probably would have taken us a little bit less time and an hour and a half by myself, and I'm not tired like at all. These are not in the ground as well because there's a bunch of rock and tree roots. Hopefully that won't be problematic. I'm sure it will, his goats. Let's get these guys out here, see if they'll even come out. Come on! Hey! Come on, Gilly! Right here. If I had closed it off, they probably wouldn't have gone this way. My hope is that they'll get out. The charger is not on because it hasn't been able to charge the past few days. It's been inside for a week. I'm just not sure where the battery is at. So I'm gonna let it sit out here and charge. It's supposed to rain the next 2 days. They probably won't be out here anyway, so we'll give it a chance to get all charged up. They've done this a million times. We always gotta walk all the way out. At least this is everybody. It's late enough in the day that they've all eaten, had a nap. There is still plenty of grass out here in this area for them. Lots of green winter grass coming in, which is great. So I think they'll be happy. Back out, and it gets them away from the house, just not pooping and sleeping in their barn all day. And they really love to sleep over by the trees. And I want you to know Griff stayed out here with me the entire time. Made sure I was okay. Sweet puppy. All right, ladies, have a nice day. And kind of gross this afternoon. The girls didn't really, of course, after an hour of putting a fence for them so they could go graze, went out for maybe an hour, didn't go very far. I know they'll go further as they get like more and more used to it. It was only closed a week, but they just are goats and are weird. Are you weird, Daisy? Maybe. Maybe, Mom. So we're gonna feed him some dinner. I'm gonna toss him some hay in tonight because it's gonna rain tomorrow, and that'll let me sleep in the morning. I don't have anything to do that I need to get up early for tomorrow. So that means I can drink tea and edit video before I come out. You guys will have a video, at least one this week. It's hard with the holidays just to get everything done. That needs to be done with, you know, spending time with family. Hope you guys had happy holidays. All right, is it time for dinner? Yeah, okay. These guys were happy to have a little bit of hay today. They ate on it you ate on it a little bit. You did. They are looking really good still. Looking a little better now that rut is over. I need to do their copper. I'm hoping is when we trim their feet. I'll have them caught and I'll go ahead and do their copper. Then they're definitely ready for it. They've enjoyed their sub tub immensely. Good. I will let you guys know that Duke got 2 ham bones for Christmas. Both sets of grandparents brought ham bones. Hi. Yeah, you get to chase me all the way out here. You guys did get out today. You did. You enjoyed being out. Move. Move. Move, Piggy. Let's go have dinner. Go, Piggy, go. Look at those piggies go. Look at that piggy butt. No, I didn't bring any alfalfa today. They got out. They enjoyed being out. They walked all around, sniffed everything. I'm just gonna leave the scoops here, otherwise she'll follow me. You guys, look how wide she is. Like, this is babies. This is food, and she has 2 more months to go. She's gonna be huge. Not as huge, but probably only has 1 baby. Baby bump, also a month. She's not even halfway through her pregnancy yet. She is. They apparently are a little bit hungry, so I will refill pretty well in the morning when it's raining. We'll give them another layer. This was the end of a bale, so I'll open a new one tomorrow. Hi. I know, should we look and see how wide you are? Let's see. This is the baby bump. Definitely the biggest. Look at that. Yeah, you had triplets last year, so I don't think it's just because you kind of were big last year too. Okay. Let's see. Baby bump. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, sweet precious girls. Everybody will get a shot at that. They'll eat a little while, they'll go to sleep. It'll all work together. And like I said, I'm gonna work on some more hay bags. Hi, pepperonis. All right, well, I'm gonna call it a night. It's absolutely gorgeous. Sunset tonight. Night night, girly friends.